Satisfaction guaranteed, baby. This is not where I would normally film a video like this, but I was excited to try the product that I just received in the mail. It is the Makiage foundation. I have seen this advertised all over Instagram. I'm sure you've seen it as well if you're on Instagram as much as I do, and if you're into makeup and things like that. So it finally arrived in the mail today, and I was just so eager to try it to see if it was a perfect match, because I've seen videos and I've seen reviews and all these females saying that they found their perfect match. And I did see a few who said that they didn't quite, it didn't quite match the way they wanted it to. So I ordered one. I want to try it and I want to see for myself if it's a perfect match to my skin. So I set it up at my dining room table because I'm still rearranging my beauty room. So the lighting in there is so much better than it is out here. But we're not gonna talk about it. So you can see that I got a little bit of makeup on. I'm not gonna take off my eye makeup, but I am going to remove the powder and stuff that I put on my cheeks. And I'm just gonna use these Neutrogena cleansing towelettes. These are my go-to for removing makeup. And I'm not sure what you guys use, but these are my go-to when it comes to removing makeup. For me, they remove it very well. And I usually only need one. So I'm gonna remove everything except my eye makeup and we're gonna get started. I just wanna jump right into this. Okay, so now that we got all that off, I'm gonna allow my face to dry just a tiny bit while I get my primer. It's crazy that the majority of my makeup fits in this. But that just goes to show, like, I don't wear a ton of makeup. I wear makeup to accentuate the features that I already have. I don't really wear makeup to cover anything because I don't really have much to cover. Right now, you may or may not see tiny blemishes, like, on my face. And that's just because I changed my skincare routine and I included a serum that I had never used before. And that serum, I think, was breaking me out. I have a little rash here, here, and up here. So that wasn't there before, but there is some irritation. But anyway, what I'm gonna use to prime my face is the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. And I'm just hoping that that focuses so you can see it. And I'm just gonna use a couple of pumps of this, not too much. Because I really don't know how much I'm gonna need because this is my first time using it. I just bought this like recently. So and like I said, I don't put on makeup to cover. I put on makeup to accentuate my features, like my lips and my eyes, which are my favorite. And when I put on foundation, I put it on to even my skin tone. So you don't see like the red and the yellow and the, all the separations of my skin tone. So I go more for an medium coverage rather than like a full coverage. I usually don't do full coverage unless I'm doing a photo shoot. If I'm doing a photo shoot and it's like really harsh lighting or something like that, then yeah, I'm gonna want full coverage so that I show up flawless on camera. But if I'm just doing like my own little photo shoot where it's just me and I'm just taking, selfies or photos on this camera, which I normally do, then I'm just gonna want a medium coverage. Or if it's for every day, like just going to the store or running errands or something like that, then I'm just gonna want medium coverage. I'm really not gonna want a full coverage foundation. And see, I didn't even use all of that. So I'm gonna wipe that off because I can't put it back in the bottle. I'm gonna give that a second to set in. And while that sets, I'm gonna open up the box. So it just got delivered like maybe 10 minutes ago. So it comes in this cool box here. When you open it up, it tells you how it works. Try the products. The products are yours to try for 14 days, starting on the day they were delivered, which is today. Love it or return it. If you love them, keep them. If you shockingly don't, visit ilmakiage.com/return to download your return label and send back any returns within 14 days of delivery. At the end of the trial, you'll only be charged for the products that you keep, and then they have a link if you have questions so that you can send them an email. It also comes with this cute little card here. And again, this is me hoping that everything I'm doing is showing up on camera, because I can't. There's no viewfinder on this. There's no viewfinder on this particular camera, so I'm not able to see if the camera is still in focus or if everything that I'm doing is showing up. I'm just gonna put my phone on vibrate while I do this. And I know the battery on my camera is close to dying, but not quite there, so I wanna do this and get it out the way. But I also wanna give you a really real review, because I've seen a lot of people review this product and they seem to be expecting something, you know, like you're trying something new, you should have zero expectations. Just whatever the product is offering, describe how it works for you. I've seen quite a few people review this product. They get upset because the shade isn't a perfect match. And one thing that I told my friend, because she said the same thing, oh, I tried it and it wasn't the right match, so I had to send it back. And I said, well, were you going off of your memory? Or were you looking in the mirror at yourself in good lighting to see, and like holding your face and the phone next to each other to see which one is the best match? And she was like, oh, I went off of memory. And I was like, that's probably why you got the wrong shade. If you're going off of memory, you're probably wrong. And that's just me saying that because I tried the same thing. I went off of memory and I felt like the shade that they matched me with wasn't correct. So I did it again, but this time I stood in some good lighting and I took a photo of myself with no filters or nothing on it. And I held it like next to the website, the pictures that they were showing me. And I got a whole different shade, y'all. I got a whole different shade. It was lighter. So you're gonna probably mess up if you try to do the quiz based on memory. I would say stand in the mirror, look at yourself, and compare your actual skin without makeup to the photos that they were showing you, and try to do the best match you can that way, and you'll get a closer match. So I'm actually hoping that my match is spot on because I did that. Now, they give you this card. It says over 75% of women get foundation wrong. Get yours right. And then it tells you how to apply. If you order, you'll see for yourself. So I got the foundation. This is what it looks like in the packaging. And again, hopefully you can see that. This one is the Flawless Base Foundation. And it's called Woke Up Like This. I believe it's number 120. So when you open it on the inside, it says, sorry, I don't speak low maintenance. Facts, honey, period. So again, this is the Woke Up Like This foundation. It's called Flawless Base Foundation, and it's got tape around it, so I'm just gonna peel the tape off. Nobody else did this in their review, so I'm assuming they already opened it and took it out the packaging and everything before they started filming their review, probably to make things go a lot faster. But I didn't. I wanted to give you guys the real. Like, I wanted to pull it inside from the patio or from the porch and open it on camera so you can see this is what it is. And it comes in this really nice frosted glass bottle, which I'm digging. Digging it. And again, this is number 120. And I believe it's a pump. Do you twist or pull? Oh, you pull it off. Okay, so it's got a pump on it, which is gonna come in really handy. We're gonna wait just a second for that because I have two more things to show you. Because I also got their concealer. Based on the foundation that I chose, they also recommended a concealer. And when I watched other reviews, the concealer is not a brightening concealer. So when you put it under your eyes and then your highlight areas, it's not gonna highlight anything. It's supposed to basically blend with the foundation to give you a more seamless coverage. So this is what that looks like. And this one is the Flawless Multi-Use Perfecting Concealer. I love this container, how it's silver. Okay. So we'll end up using that at some point. This one is in number 8, shade number 8. They also sent me a free gift, and this is the ink liner. It's 1.2 mils, so it's a, oh, it's an eyeliner. Okay, bet. Oh, ooh, honey. Hopefully you guys can see that, okay, this is like a precision tip. I like that. So they do tell you how to apply the foundation. That's all that came in the box, by the way. That they do tell you how to apply the foundation. It says to apply 2 pumps to your entire face, jaw, and neckline. Blend out with a brush or sponge, not by hand. Wait 5 minutes for foundation to set before checking the shade. Don't match to your neck or wrist. They're a different tone than your face. Finish your face with concealer, blush, and bronzer. And I'm gonna go a step further and say, set it with some spray. And I'll tell you why in a second. And then wear for a full week to determine if it's perfect for you. The reason why I say to set it with some spray is because everyone that I've seen review this foundation, well, not everyone, but 2 people in particular reviewed this foundation, did the rest of their makeup, and didn't set their face with any spray. And I'm like, honey, when you get ready to go out in public, don't you set your face with some spray so that you know, so it helps your makeup last? Like, that's how you finish your makeup look, is it not? Okay, so I was like, how are you putting on foundation, putting on all your makeup, everything, and then just going out into public and saying, I don't like this foundation? You didn't set it with anything. You didn't put any powder on. You didn't, no translucent powder, no spray to set it in place. Like, of course it's not gonna work, honey. You didn't do what you're supposed to do. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm going to use, where's my foundation brush? Oh, fuck, I don't think it's out here. Okay, so like, don't fucking come for me in the comments about my brushes, okay? Like, I'm still like learning. So, and like I said, I don't want to waste too much time. I want to make sure that we're doing everything we need to do and getting this right. So my lighting has changed because the sun went down. My battery died on the camera, so I had to charge it and then come back and do the video. So a couple of hours have gone by and I'm ready now to apply my foundation. So they say to use 2 pumps and I'm a little skeptical about 2 pumps, but we'll see. Oh, so that's 1 and that's 2. I think 2 may be too much. That's actually, it looks like it's a pretty good match though, I think. We'll see. So I'm gonna apply it with my finger first, and then I'm going to blend it out with my brush. So, where's my, oh, bitch. Woo, honey. Honey, honey. Oh my. Can you guys? Honey. Okay. We're gonna keep going with this. I told you guys before that I like a medium coverage foundation, so I don't prefer a full coverage unless I'm like going out and I'm doing something major, like a photo shoot that requires or that has like strong lighting. That's a really good match though. And I see a lot of girls, well, not a lot of girls, but I see some people when they apply their foundation, they don't want to get it on their ear, and I'm like, you kind of have to get it on your ear. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that the 2 pumps is necessary. Now this does have a fragrance, I can smell it. It's kind of, for me, it's a little perfumey. It's, by all means, it's not a bad scent, but it does have a fragrance. So if you're sensitive to fragrances, just make a note of that it does have a fragrance. That coverage is pretty good. I'm just looking in my mirror here. And I'm just trying to get all the product off my hand. Now see, for me, This is good for me. I would wear this out in public, just like this, because I feel like my skin is usually fairly clear. I don't generally, I'm having a hot flash. For those of you who don't know, I don't like to say that I have cancer, but I have cancer. And the chemo causes me to have hot flashes every once in a while, so I'm gonna let this pass real quick. Satisfaction guaranteed, baby. Bro. I want to see if I can bring you guys closer so you can see. It's the coverage for me. I'm really gonna put this to the test with my hot flashes because I start to sweat around the, around my head and everything. And what I really like is the fact that I'm gonna take this off just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I had dreadlocks before and they started to fall out. So I cut them all off and I dyed my hair blonde. And that was so that when my hair starts to come out, it's not as noticeable. If I had left my hair a dark color, then it would be like, oh, that lady has bald patches in her head. You understand what I mean? And like, don't nobody have time for that shit. So I know somebody's gonna ask if I plan on wearing wigs. The answer is yes. The wig that I want, or the wigs that I want, are on the higher end of the scale. Like, I am not gonna walk around with a synthetic wig on my head, only because it's not gonna last. I'm gonna be on chemo for the next 6 months. So I need wigs that, number one, are human hair, number two, are either 360 lace or full lace, because with these hot flashes, my head is still gonna need to breathe. I need lace. I'm not gonna wanna wear like a wig that covers my head and like it can't breathe. Like, I need my head to be able to breathe. And number two, I need them to be able to last a long time. So right now, I don't know if it was a scam or not, but bitch, I saw an ad on Instagram where they were offering wigs at 99% or 90% off. So I went and I ordered one, bitch. Hi.
What's up?
It's hot.
Why is it hot?
Because I'm having a hot flash. Hey, baby. So, because I want to be able to, that's my brother. I want to be able to hear it when he calls back. So, like I was saying, this for me would be perfect. This is like a light to medium wear, which is what I would normally do going out into public. Like tomorrow when I go for my chemo, I'll probably wake up, throw some foundation on, put some eyeliner on, throw some contacts in, and go. What I'm gonna do for your benefit, because I know a lot of people want to know if this is buildable, I'm gonna add some more. Meow. All right, guys, so I went ahead and I applied some more of the foundation to my face while I was talking to my brother. And guys, this foundation is really buildable. It looks like the more you add, the better it's gonna look, the more coverage you're gonna get, or at least that was my experience with it. And you can see that as I'm applying the foundation. I also went ahead and applied some of the concealer to the under part of my eye, right where my bags are. And again, like I said, this probably won't highlight as much as like another concealer. Like if I had used the concealer I usually use, then it would be more of a highlight. But for me, it was a slight highlight, not too much, but it was good. You know what I mean? So I went ahead and applied that. I also applied a contour to my cheeks. It's a new palette that I just bought from e.l.f., so I wasn't really sure which one I should use. I used the darkest one in the palette, and as you can see, it kind of goes on like dirt. I'm not even gonna cap right now. I should have used the slightly lighter one, but trial and error, baby, that's what we do. So I went ahead and I applied that and, did what I could with it, and I bronzed a little bit. And then I went ahead and I closed out the video. At the end, you're gonna see a couple of pictures that I took. Again, it's not perfect. I'm not a makeup artist. Don't come for me in the comments. I did what I could with what I have, and I feel like this review was all about the foundation, not about me putting on my makeup. I haven't done it in a long time, so it is what it is. But I'm getting better at it, and If you have tips, I would love for you to leave them in the comments for me. I'm always open to learning new things and getting better at what I do. This is me applying my highlight honey. Stay tuned for a couple of pics, and I'll see you guys in the next video.